I'm sure by now you've seen that absolutely horrible, racist woman calling the 5-year-old the N-word, and a lot of people are surprised. I'm not one of those people who is surprised by how this whole thing happened or the fact she was able to raise over $500,000 on GoFundMe. Story time. When I was 14 and 15, 16 years old, I had a part-time job babysitting for a women's Bible study, Mom's Day Out type thing. Super fun thing about children, they will tell you the intimate details and all the tea on their family's situations. There was this one little girl, absolutely delightful and so very sweet. Her mother was actually one of the heads of this entire Bible study for the church. There were a lot of toys to play with, and one day we were playing with Barbies, and I picked up the Tiana princess doll. And she said, I'm not allowed to play with that one. And I said, why? And she went, because not everyone is allowed to be a princess. And I said, who said? And she went, my mommy. Again, the woman in charge of the Christian Women's Bible Study group. I asked this little girl why Tiana couldn't be a princess, and she started doing an obvious impression of her mother. Those people. There they go again, just trying to get us all to accept this. And I, for one, am sick of it. Not everyone gets to be a princess. I don't think this woman ever said the N-word in front of her child, but she definitely wanted to. One of the other heads of the Bible study and the woman whose house it was hosted at was a friend and lived in the neighborhood, and the pastor's wife of the entire church. She and I were also on a good speaking relationship, so I took them aside and I told them what happened, and they told me I was overreacting. And I was like, no, I am not. This woman should not be in any position of leadership at this church. One of the women looked at me, and I will never forget this. She said, well, isn't it a good thing she's in church if the things you're saying are true? Well, not in a position of power and leadership, and if this isn't going to be addressed, what difference does it make if she's in church or not? So anyway, to all the people who are surprised that woman got money donated to her and that it was such a large amount so quickly, why? I bet you all would be shocked to know how many people say the N-word, how many people want to say the N-word, and how many people would give money to somebody because they said the N-word and had the courage to do what they are so desperate to do. They're hiding in plain sight, and they're not hiding it anymore.